Hey, we're coming up on summer, and with summer, we come up on tire season. The time of year when we experience more blowouts or retread failures, or situations where there are wheel offs. Well, what do you need to do both before and after the accident to defend yourself on these? Well, a couple things. First, there's a key difference in these between a tire situation and a wheel situation. In most states, a blown tire or a retread failure, if it's sudden and unexpected, you have no reason to believe it was going to happen, those aren't negligent. Those are an accident, but nothing that you are liable for negligence. Check your individual jurisdiction. Sorry for sounding like a lawyer in that. Now, the other side is where a wheel comes off, that's a problem. The law in most places says that if a wheel comes off, it's res ipsa loquitur. And that's Latin for, come on, dude, you did something wrong unless you could prove otherwise. Well, what you want to do is this. Take a look at the situation in terms of defending yourself before and after any one of the tire situations. Make sure you prove that it was a tire situation, not a wheel situation. How can it make the difference? Many people see a retread rolling down the road, jump to the conclusion, and later claim that the wheel came off. Changes the whole ball game, as we just talked about, from a legal perspective. Make sure you document which is which. Before the accident, you have the documentation of your annual inspections. You're doing those anyhow, as well as many times periodic inspections. Make sure you keep your tire records, when you got them, how many miles you put on them, so that you can show that it's reasonable that that tire should have run that distance up to the time the accident happened. And then, of course, on a daily basis, your DVIRs. I understand now you don't have to note it unless there's a defect, but make sure that you follow that practice closely and can testify that had there been a defect there, you would have known it on the DVIR. Well, the incident happens. What you want to do, like I've said in prior videos, take your photographs. Take photographs of the car, where the impact was or where the supposed mark was. Because just showing that can make the difference between the plaintiff's version of the horrific injury they suffered and the common sense that, come on, man, how did that happen? How'd you get hurt from that? And additionally, if you can do it, take a picture of the pieces that supposedly came off if it's a retread failure, or take a picture of your blown tire and make sure that both ways, whether it's a retread or a tire failure, make sure you've done so with the wheel still on your truck. And again, that takes it out of that argument, that claim that it was a tire off versus a wheel off situation. Additionally, after that, make sure that you have the information of the road service crew who came out and did it, potential witnesses who can verify the wheel was still on afterwards, it was a tire situation, and here's what we dealt with on that. Finally, where there are immediate claims of injuries or somebody claims a significant injury, keep the tire, keep the wheel. Now, I understand that it is an expense and a burden to do so, but just think of what it could cost if you don't. If it's a blown tire situation, keeping the wheel can be a difference between showing that there was no reason for you to know or anticipate a blowout, or that you didn't cause the blowout by striking something. The rim's still in good shape. The key thing is this. When it happens, like everything else, protect yourself. Make sure that you get the evidence and the documents you can to minimize the claim against you.